Right, I had to do this again because I made a 20-minute long video last time, but I feel like it's just even though I said what I wanted to say this time I wanna 'cause, what I said, I believe, like I can express myself without using so much profanity, and that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna talk about everything, even though I won't go in depth as the last video, because you know, re-saying everything that I said earlier, that's a bit tedious. I do want to, and also there has been some developments. So first of all, my mom's seen the video, so it's my brother, and just uh, sorry, and I just got a message as well from my brother. If I see you talk to mom the way you do, watch what happens to you. So he's, this. So basically, what that means is another threat of violence. Um, also, I paused it because someone came downstairs and I didn't know, didn't know what that was about. Anyway, I am back, and I never talked to my mum in that video. Yeah, and the last video I made, before I decided, no, I can do better. It was just. Even though I am angry, I feel like I said, I can word myself better. I don't need to demote myself to effing and blinding. So, and also, like I said, I've only talked to my mum like that in that video. Yeah, I am rude to her. I am a bit of a dick to her sometimes, but I'm never like one of those kids that are like, "Oh, fuck you, mum. Oh, go down, mum." No, I'm never like that. I do admit I'm rude, but I'm never like I'm never like verbally abusive, anything like that. But anyway, one thing I wanted to talk about to start us off, gotta do it all over again, is earlier last year I was having very severe mental health problems. Some of you may know because I like deleted well, a good number of my videos and privatized the rest. I was going through some serious problems. Let's drop in LA while we talk. Home of my future life. I was having some serious problems, right? I was going to a mental health, psychiatric. I still don't know what it is. It's like a psychiatric counseling place. I was getting psychiatric counseling, and and this guy who was taking me there, he talked. He asked if he could tell my mum about it. I said no, and anyway, he went and told her anyway. Well, I do understand because even though I don't like it, I understand. You know what I mean? Like I don't like it. I don't like how he did that. I told him not to do it, but I do understand why he did it. And anyway, my mum gets told about all of my problems that I've been having. And she asked me, "Hey, how come you didn't want to talk to me about this?" I said, and I replied, "If this, at least how I remember replying was because I don't want to." Then a couple of weeks, a couple of months, I'm not too keen on the time frame. She says, you can talk to me about anything, I'm a registered mental health nurse, and it's nice and all. But here's what happens. Maybe a month later, I was blasting loud music. I can't remember why. It was a dick move, I do admit that. I was playing loud music. Then I remember my mom saying to me, like, after, "Oh, did the voices in your head tell you to play loud music?" And I like, how can you go and how can you say that? like, all the problems I've been having, all the problems that she's been informed of, you know, uh, her asking me, literally asking me why I don't talk to her, why I didn't want to talk to her about this, as the guy told her as well that I didn't want to talk to her about it. He's got to do what he's got to do. I may not like it. Wait, hold on, what? I'm silent. This, you know, nah, I mean, it's just, take that as you will. I just don't know what else I can say about that. Just other than that, it's just a very, very low. When, uh, anyway, next thing I want to talk about. Sorry, I'm just lying down. I was back in New York. I asked mom, I told my mom I didn't want to stay at the house anymore. And could she ask my nan or ask my nan? And later on, after my third ask, I said, or my sister. So I said to her, can you ask nan if I can stay at her house? Ignored first time. Can you ask nan if I can stay at her house? Ignored second time. Third time ignored. And after the third time, I was like, all right, ask my nan or sister if I can stay at their house. Ignored. Fourth time, fifth time, sixth time, seventh time, eighth time, ninth time. It was only the ninth time that my mum sent a message to my nan, and that was it. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna come back. You know, I wasn't planning to go anywhere. I was just saying like I don't want to stay at the house anymore. And I was saying, hey, if you don't wanna ask, I'll just leave. Anyway, anyway, when we were going back home, as soon as because my mom was like throwing crocodile tears and all that, she was crying and all that because I said I was gonna leave if she didn't ask my nan or my sister if I could stay at their house, and she was crying and all that. And when we got to the airport, I got through the security line and we passed the point of no return, that whole demeanor changed. Like, instead of, being nice and all, trying to convince me to, come back home, that whole demeanor changed. Then, on the plane, and she was just like not talking to me, except for when I had this heart problem. Then she talked to me, and that was like the extent of that. When we got back home and we were staying at a hotel before the ride back home, my mom, I asked her, and I got into an argument with her because she only sent a message, and I asked if she could phone one of them because the message hadn't been replied. And it got into an argument, and she said, "This is why no one wants anything to do with you. This is why no one in the family wants anything to do with you." So if that was the case, what was with all the tears and all that, back at the hotel in New York? What was with all that? If no one wants anything to do with me, why are you crying and all this and that, trying to get me to stay, you know, then you go and do that. I just, I just don't understand that logic. If no one wants anything, and I was angry, I didn't do anything, of course, but I was pretty angry at that remark, and I'm gonna pause it for a minute, see if I can remember. Yeah, I found out what it is. Also, last video I was talking about how I'm gonna have a mansion, all this and that. Wait, did I talk about it earlier in this? No, I didn't. I was just trying to remember. Did I already say that? It's all I'm trying to keep things light-hearted because I don't like being overly serious. I will talk about serious things, but I try to keep it light. You know, I hope that I've got all those mentions and all that, but chances are. chances are pretty shaky, you know. I'm just trying to keep it light because I know my mom's probably gonna say something like, "Oh, he's got psychosis, he's got delusions, that he's gonna be in these mansions and have $200 million and all this and that." You know, I'm just trying to keep things light, trying to keep things, because I don't think anyone wants to see just a 40-minute, just dramatic, just pure drama, because I don't. If I was me, if I was cloned and I saw the other me's video and it was just 40 minutes of just pure drama, I'd be bored as hell. Even though what the other me is saying is completely valid, you know, you gotta keep things light, interesting. Anyway, that's it. This one, like I said, I had to redo it because the last video I was just the language was you know not the best, so I redone it anyway. And also, yeah, I can't remember what on the last one. But yeah, my mom and brother have seen the video. They both, yeah, they were talking about it. And, my mom's ignored every single thing that I said in that video. Like, every single thing. Like, she doesn't give a damn, And damn isn't a swear. I mean, it is, but, it isn't like a bad one. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, what to do at this point. As if my mom doesn't care, I mean, who is gonna care, I want to take things into my own hand, but how do I do that? I don't know. I don't know where to start now. Don't know where to. Before I did try and take things into my own hands, but seeing where I'm at now, I'm sure you know how that panned out. Anyway, let's see if I've got any more messages. Do I? Wait, no, I have not. That is all. That is all, and I am out.